We here at Edgar Street, Hereford assistant manager Steve Burr. Crazy end to that game, but what did you make of it overall?
Again, I think it's another game where at home we've thrown the points away. I thought we played some good stuff today, but once we went 1-0 up in the second half, I really felt that we were going to go in and win comfortably. But for whatever reason, that didn't materialise, and it's disappointing that we haven't got the the maximum points today.
So we thought one goal would be enough, but it wasn't.
No, I mean Chorley are quite a resilient side, and I know that they've been struggling with their league performances, but they've had a good win in the cup, and obviously look forward to Peterborough next weekend. And I think probably looking at them, their position in the table is probably a bit false, as they've only played sort of a handful of games like ourselves. But just when you're in a position like we were today, we managed to break them down, and we've got a bit fortunate, obviously, with the goal, with the deflection. But it's important that if you're going to be up there competing, you've got to kill teams off, and it just didn't happen. I think in some ways we've got to be grateful in the end that we got a point out of it. Yeah,
is it penetration? Do you think there's enough creativity in the final third at the moment?
It's an area. Hey, I'm a believer that you create things all around the park, and I think I've said that to you before. That you want your front men to get in amongst the goals, and hey, thankfully Lenny popped up with the equaliser today. But we seem to be creating a lot of chances, but it's just finishing things off in that final third.
Is that a confidence thing? Are you doing much in training?
Yeah, I mean you work on all sorts of things to put them right, and I think with the chances that come our way, I'm a believer that you need goals from all areas of the park. I mean, football's changed a lot, probably obviously since I played, where you had there was always a twin striker. We've been playing two down the middle, and we're still creating chances but not finishing them off. So it's just one of those at the minute. But I think we'd be more concerned if we weren't creating chances. I mean, James McGilkin had a great chance just before half time to score, and he's missed. And to be fair to Chorley, they've had a few efforts and probably feel a little bit aggrieved that they maybe haven't scored more in the second half. But I just thought overall, once we got in front, we should have really turned the screw and gone on and won comfortably.
Is that a question of not having that confidence in front of goal to go on and win 2 or 3-0 rather than backing off a little bit?
I think maybe after we scored, we just never got hold of the ball for whatever reason, and then we tended to sit back. I mean, there's no for me, you go on and get another and another, and but there's no instruction to go in front and then sit back. You can't do that because you're not going to win games, So, but it does happen in football where it may look like that we've got the one and we're going to settle for the one, but that was by no means the case today or at any point.
Supporters were a bit concerned today about coming into the game about the midfield, but I thought Giles Kirk had an outstanding game.
He did, yeah. I mean, I was pleased for Giles because he's been on the sidelines for a while, and I thought he was very good. He got hold of the ball, showed his class, got on it, and we've had to move things around a little bit. Obviously, Ben's still injured, so. We miss him, but I thought Giles was taking his opportunity about it, and I thought James McGilkin again for his second game starting. Him and Lloydie sort of got on the ball as well and created one or two things. But you need to just kill teams off, and we haven't done that today.
And Dimitri Brown as well, give him a mention. We finally got to see him as supporters, and a couple of very positive forward moves from him.
Yes, I mean Demi's, since he's been here, he's been plagued with injuries, and the lad just wants to have a free run now of getting himself fit, and there's still a lot to work with Demi. He's obviously come from a lower level, so there's lots to do with him, but hopefully he can just now have a run of being fit and not picking up any niggling injuries, and that's the main thing with him.
Looking ahead to next week, different style of opposition, let's put it that way, a lot more aggressive, determined midfield battle, I imagine, against Kettering. Your thoughts ahead of next week already?
Yeah, I mean, we watched Kettering early on in the season when they played Bradford, so I think teams that come here, obviously, with our setup and everything, they look forward to coming here, but we've got to make sure that they and that's where we miss the crowd, because we got in front today, and with the crowd here, we'd have been on the front foot. That's no excuse, obviously, but where I'm coming from with that, it's a big help when you've got your supporters in the ground. And obviously at the moment probably teams are relishing coming here because there's no crowd on their back.
What do you think you can do to provide that catalyst for change up front?
It's not a question of trying to change anything. I mean, we're working on one or two things, and you know, we've tried the last couple of games with the two down the middle. But I think it's just, you know, once they step over the line, it's up to the lads who are on the pitch to go and produce. And you know, the lads are working very hard. I feel sorry for them today because you know, they didn't. I don't think we've got our rewards in any of the 3 games at home so far. And but you know, that's our first point. And I think the positive that we'll take from today is the fact that we actually got a point out of it when, you know, that wasn't going to be the case.
Thanks very much for your time.
Cheers, Keith. Thanks.